In this box right here, we have a lowering kit for the rear leaf springs, and we are going to be lowering the rear end of this truck. And I'm going to walk you guys through how I'm doing it. And you guys are free to give me pointers, and I'm going to show you the process. So we got a DJM suspension 4-inch lowering kit for the back, and this truck's going to look sweet. So we'll get to that. Okay, so I'm just working on getting the rear leaf springs out, and I've got that unbolted and those two unbolted, but actually I'll just keep it PG-13 and say someone that wasn't too bright, put the bolt in that way. Every other bolt had the nut on the outside, so you could, or had the bolt on the outside and the nut on the inside, so you could just pop the nut off from the inside and the bolt out the front way. But this guy decided to be funny, play a prank, so it's impossible to get out. So I'm gonna have to take the leaf spring out. And I have to do it anyway because when I was doing this, I noticed a little crack in the leaf spring there. So I grabbed it, and the whole leaf spring is shattered at that point. So how awesome is that? So I gotta change both sides now, and this one's cracked at the end there too, it looks like. And so let's just put that back. And yeah, so we're gonna be taking all this apart. So I'll keep you guys updated on what I do now. Okay, so I'm still working on this here, and got the U-bolts unbolted here, and just gonna take the leaf springs out and get that final little nut off. That's all unbolted up there. So it's good, we're moving along here. And then so I did some thought about the broken thing, and I'm gonna change them completely over the summer. So for now, I'm just gonna take it all apart and weld it. I know that's not the proper way to do it, and I don't recommend anyone that's watching this does it, but I'm just going to weld that for now. It doesn't get much use other than out here at the farm, so it'll be fine for now. Okay, so I just got that welded up and grinded, and I'm just kind of putting it back over. I think it's cool. Yeah, it's definitely cool by now. So it turned out pretty good, actually. It got through, I cranked it, had to adjust, kind of fool around with the settings. I got my little practice piece right there. The camera focus, got a little practice piece there. So turned out decent, grind down the welds so it'll sit flush in there. And I don't know how long it'll last, but I'll be changing them right away anyway, so I don't really care. So as long as it doesn't completely explode, then it should be okay. All right, so I've been working for a bit, grinded all the bolts down, finally got this off. Now there's the rivets there. So I'm gonna try pounding them out. Do I think they're gonna go? Absolutely not. So I'm probably gonna have to end up drilling them out or something. I gotta see what I'm gonna do about this fuel tank. It's kind of in the way. As you can see up there, it kind of it's pretty tight. So we'll see. Keep you guys updated. All right, so I've been working for a bit on this, and got that old bracket off. You can see the rivets are still in here, but I'm gonna try pounding them out. And do I think they're gonna come? Absolutely not. So I think I'll probably have to drill them out or something, or get a hold of an air chisel or something and try that. But I noticed the fuel tank's pretty close here, so there's not much clearance to get the new bracket bolts in. So I'm curious how that's gonna go. So yeah, I'll have to see. But I'll keep you guys updated and let you know in case you guys want to do this. Okay, so I've been working at this a while now, and just got my first rivet out and figured out kind of a system to get this done as quick as possible, because I don't have one of those air hammers, as I think I stated before. But so I'm using a grinder, this awesome Princess Auto grinder. I actually would recommend it, not sponsored though, but it was cheap and it works good. So that's all that matters. I've got some Mastercraft grinding discs, and just grinding off what's left. You can see that's what it looks like before, those little rivets there, and grinded it down flat like that one up there. And then drilled it out with a small drill bit, like a, kind of see it there, about that big. Drill a hole in the middle, use center punch, of course, first to make the hole, and then use a bigger one. And then after the big one, then I use the center punch again just to punch it out. So yeah, it worked really quickly on the first one, so now we're on to the second, and this should start going quicker now. Hey, update. I've been working for, I think, about an hour and a half, 2 hours now, and kind of had to play around a bit to get this in. It was kind of a bugger to get in, but got it now. I haven't tightened up any of the bolts, they're just the nuts threaded on there, and everything's just kind of started, but this is in. That's the important part. So the way I went about doing this, in case anyone else is struggling like I struggle, I went And I actually didn't worry about that. I unbolted that, and I first got that hung up, and then went and got this one lined up. And then I went and had to jack it up and hammer the bottom leaf spring to get it to line up into the hole. And then finally it lined up into the hole, and then I was able to tighten these four on. So that's how I went about doing that. So it's kind of sucked to do and took me a while. Now I got to tighten up those bolts on the hanger there and the ones over here, and then done this side. So we'll do the other one. Okay, finally got everything tight. Got all those bolts tight. Took a minute, and I think I'm bleeding from multiple places, but that was a handful to reach out and I put a wrench back there. That's why I put the bolts facing this way, so I could just screw the nut in this way. And because there's not much to grab on the outside, but it worked. It worked. I guess it didn't work. I wouldn't say it worked good, but it worked. Well, I guess if it worked good. So yeah, and there's that and that. So it's all hung up. Now I'm gonna see how low it is. All right, so it has dropped down. I know I got rust, so if anyone was thinking of commenting on it, I know it looks horrible. I understand. Okay, but back to the tire. It looks amazing. It finally leveled it out. That's what the whole goal of this was, is I want to level it out. So it is leveled, and I'll do before and after, and you can actually see the other side is jacked way the heck up. This is me level, and you can see how jacked up that other side is. So yeah, this is really nice and turned out really good.